pi is a JavaScript function. What it returns, the circle's circumferences are to its diameter. So we have used in maths, right? And we all are from this background, so I am assuming that you understand what is pi. Let's look at the output. And this actually I'm covering the complete maths related function, but the exercise that I'm giving you is related to your random function only. Now math.object, unlike other object, the math object has no constructor. The math object is static. All methods and properties can be used without creating a math object first. So just giving you an example of it. These are some of the math functions. Where we have math.e, math.pi, sqrt, log, etc. Let's look at their value. So these are their values. I'm not going into the detail how these values are calculated, but these are given by JavaScript readily. There are some of the math object methods like round, ceil, floor, trunk. So let's look at one of them. So what it is doing, this is using math round, and this is working on 4.4, which means it will give us the rounded value of 4.4. If it is 4.6, what we can expect as the output? 5, because it is more than 0.5. Right? Same way you can have the ceil method, floor method, trunk method. Let me show you trunk as well, because rest of these you must be like with the name, you should be able to correlate. So what we have here, we have math.trunk applied on 4.7, and this is actually taking the integer part of 8 and printing its value. So it is basically truncating it. Then we can have the math.sign. What it does, if the value is minus, so it returns -1. If the value is plus, it returns 0, otherwise it returns plus. And some of the method, I'm not going to give an example, but I'm just telling you how's the output. So this is the output of math.power, right? 8 cross 8, 64. This is square root. This is absolute value. This is sine. Similarly, we have sine and cos both. This is the minimum of it. So out of the array, it returns you the minimum one. Now here comes the one that we were talking about, math.random. Right. So math.random returns a random number between 0 and 1. So here is the inner HTML. This is the math.random function, and if we see, math.random returns a random number between 0 and 1 every time when we refresh it, right? So this is giving you the long value, but you can actually restrict it to an integer number as well. We will see a couple of other examples too. Okay, so this will give you a complete idea how to construct the program that I'm talking about. What it says, that this will return a random number which will be multiplied by 10, and then the floor value will be used here. So what it says, that this function altogether returns a random integer between 0 and 9, both included, which means 10 total values will be printed. Let's look at this now. 9, 4, 2, 1, 8, 0, 7, 8 7 8 4 6, right? So this is actually randomizing between 0 to 9, any value which can fit here. Same way you could do with 0 to 10, even you could do 0 to 99, whatsoever. You just need to multiply it with the value that you need here, right? So in our case, when we have 7-member team, what should be the multiplier? Right. So since we know the logic of this program, now what we need to do is we need to create this a little better, right? Where I want you guys to also use any spinner, or just to make this it to wait for a little bit. Means it should not be upfront, where it should look like a lottery system, where it should go through a spinner and then it should take like 2-3 seconds of time and tell the value of a person, not the numbers, but it should tell whether Anil, whether Naman Gupta, whether Ayush, who was picked in the lottery. Does this make sense?